Today I'm going to teach you how to peek in descent. Not the skill peek. I'm talking about the actual thing called peeking. In descent, when you have a smart missile, a mega missile, or a Homer missile, anything with tracking behavior, there's a method in which you can use to look for people without actually having to look. Peeking is when you use missiles, whether Homer or smart, to find enemies hiding or camping in certain rooms without putting yourself at risk. So, let's say you're infused, right? I'm using this map because it's one of those maps that have limited visibility. I don't know where you're at, however, I know you're not in this room. I know that you can either be on this side, you could be all the way in the corner, you could be hiding behind this wall right here, or you could be over here. So that's 4 possible locations that you very well could be. Depending on what pilot you're playing, you may already be familiar with the patterns that they might execute, but let's say you're playing someone that you've never played before and you're not really sure how their pattern will go. This is a method you can use to figure out where they're at without actually putting yourself in harm. You do lose a missile, right? But sometimes it's worth learning. So let's say that you're in the heat of the battle, right? You go over here, you pick up a smart missile. You're in a situation where it's really tense. You don't know what to do, and you don't want to just like go out, right? You want to make sure that you're being safe about the situation. You can use a smart missile here. Let's see if I get anything there. So I know that he's behind this wall. Of course, he just died there, but that was one of those instances, right, where he was right there. I didn't know that he was right there, but I used my smart missile to look for me. Let's throw another scenario out there. Let's say you don't have a smart missile, and you have a homing missile. Knowing what you know now, you know that they've spawned in that corner, right? Using your situational awareness, you know that they're not in this room, they're not at the end of that hallway, and they're not over here. So that basically narrows it down to over there. And this differs for most maps. But in fused, or maps similar, where there's limited exit or pathways, or other possible spawn locations, you can utilize weapons or missiles like homers, megas, or smarts that have AI tracking, or I don't know, AI tracking, whatever you want to call it. You can utilize that method by firing a missile, looking at the tracking, and picking up there. So let's say that Cody here, right? Let's say he's camping right here, right? Let's say he's anticipating your next move. Or he's over here camping. You can, in this scenario, either fire a homer and let that do the work itself, or you can peek in, do that, and then go out. That's a good way. Even if it doesn't land them, it could get them with a splash damage, but more so, it just distracted them or threw them off their game. This is a really good tactic to use while you're in the middle of battle, and it's also really effective with smarts as well.